Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Hempy Hour. I am one of your hosts, Gina Mama Epps.
I'm Lois Carter.
And together, we are the Hemp Sisters
Right
from Hemp Sisters Nation, where we love everybody, want us to all hang out together every day. But our house isn't big enough. Maybe one day, but not
one
today.
day, but not today. Not this day.
Who are we talking to today?
Brady
Houdashelt. Yes.
Houdashelt.
Yes.
I was close.
So
Even
close.
though I just relearned it 2 seconds ago.
Anyway, we love Brady. We've talked about Brady before. We want you guys to meet him and his wife, Danielle. They bring so much to the industry, just a wealth of knowledge. Started out as some of the youngest people in this industry.
Still are the youngest.
Yeah, I mean, very young for this kind of industry, let alone they've been in it 7+ years. Yeah. So, without further ado,
Brady, hold on, let's get him
Brady. Yeah, look at yourself. Do you need a drink, a smoke? I want to be in your yard.
Cheers. I mean, I can hear the birds chirping.
The birds are chirping. The sun's shining.
This is some Snow White shit.
Yeah. It is really nice out today.
This is not real. This is not real. How are you doing today?
Hello.
Good. Can't complain.
Living the dream, it seems.
Yeah.
Or you are a man that wakes up in the morning and you are just go. Like, go. Where are you getting this energy besides being probably 20 years younger than us?
Probably from my dad's.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Very cool. Well, maybe Brady, you could just give yourself a little quick introduction, kind of let our friends know who you are, and if you could go back to where you started in this industry, because I think that's crucial to your story and the overall movement of the hemp industry.
Yeah,
sure. I'm Brady. Me and my wife started. I started back in 2013 in the vapor industry, and it was at a company in Oklahoma where we started distributing nicotine and doing a lot of co-packing. And I brought in, with them, we brought in CBD vape juice to the vapor industry. And we started distributing it to all the shops and helping all the shops open for the first year of the big vape boom.
Awesome.
And that's kind of how we got into learning about the legalities of CBD and what, we could and couldn't do in the beginning of 2014, I guess it was.
Okay.
There was like a bunch of MLM companies that were coming out, and then there was one e-liquid line. It was called Hemp Pure Vape. So
I remember that. I remember Hemp Pure.
Yeah.
Slim pickings in there those days.
Yeah, it was crazy. And everyone said you were selling drugs, and most of the vape shops didn't want it still. So
Right.
This was 2014?
Yeah, 2014, right after the Farm Bill went into effect.
Farm Bill, it's so fresh. Some people don't even know hemp's legal, so it takes a while for it to spill over, I think.
Yeah.
Jade and I are constantly trying to, you know this. You spend most of your days talking about the differences so that you can bring legitimacy to your business, and man,
right.
It's hard.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
And back then you couldn't even say terpene to a head shop and they would hang up the phone.
Right. What the fuck did you say to me?
Yeah, no, you can't say that.
Yeah. I mean, it's really interesting to me how the word terpene, the cannabis industry is taking over the word and ownership of the word terpene.
Right.
You know what I mean? When we were getting credit card processing for Stripe, we have the names. They're terpene enhanced names. I had to spend 3 or 4 days educating the decision makers about what a terpene was and how cannabis didn't own that. Cannabis had a few that were specific to just cannabis, but everything else belongs to the natural world.
Mother Nature.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was intense. But again, it's just how people brand things in the cannabis space and how reactive the rest of the world is because of that. It's crazy.
Now, what kind of weirdness? Because I started, again, we started at the same exact time. So 2014 is when I was in Washington. So I'm introducing CBD to these high THC cannabis people who want to fucking kill me. Because how dare me have the nerve to talk about a cannabinoid that doesn't get you high? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Bring back that ditch weed. Okay.
Right. So I was that asshole on the West Coast and then moved back to the Midwest to be the asshole in Chicago.
Yeah.
So everyone realizes we were the first assholes that were just bringing the truth to light, you know? So
right.
Their experience with that.
Yes, I would love to know.
It was all from the stem and stock from Europe, remember?
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think
it was that black tar kind of nasty tasting sock hemp.
Man, we've really been spoiled since then.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So easy to forget. Holy hell.
Yeah, it was crazy. It tasted horrible.
When you were talking to people about CBD at that time, could they wrap their minds around it, or all they knew about was THC?
It was just snake oil, right?
Snake oil.
They're like, that's snake oil. Or you'd have to like explain, hey, have you heard of the Stanley Brothers and Charlotte's Web by chance?
Right.
Most people would be like, no.
Right. No, exactly. Exactly. No, that's what we were called, snake oil salesmen. And we're like, we didn't even know what that was. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Right, good.
I had no idea.
Well, that's good, right? sounds very sinful and fun.
Yeah, so crazy. So crazy. Okay, so once you get past that fiasco, how do you get to the point where you're now like running your own business?
Yeah.
We broke away from the vape company because I wanted to do CBD and hemp, and I was an avid cannabis user. I had different issues that I was treating myself with cannabis. So I was, it was just a time where it wasn't really a healthy work environment for me anymore. And we grew this company from like nothing to $14 million in about 10 months. And it was just time, it was just time to go. So we started Protein Brady. And then with Protein Brady, it just was supposed to be this, I was going to go off and get more accounts for the vapor distribution, but I was also going to find new innovative alternative products and broker them, because that was kind of my passion. And I thought if I would do that, I could still be in the CBD game, and then I could, go from there. Well, eventually I got kind of shafted and they stopped paying me my royalty. And so when that happened,
so weird for the cannabis space.
It's fucked. My God.
So I had to start my site, and that's all I knew. That's how I did the vapor deal. Was we had a website and we did wholesale online. So I just started a website, and then we started distributing through dropship through the vendors I was already helping move their products. And so that's how it evolved. And then I had to pick up all these e-liquid lines. So the vapor shops would order from me, and then they would buy some CBD. You know what I mean? So they didn't feel threatened by you being CBD only. And so there was a little bit of a need for that then, because people with CBD companies couldn't just call, everybody, because a lot of people would just hang up on you. They're like, that's drug dealing. I can't have that. That's illegal.
Right. Yeah, there was no path for them to actually sell it with confidence, right? So
yeah, unless you're the big dogs, and there was only very few big people, right? It was like Green
Roads, yeah.
And then I don't even know if they're all there anymore.
No, right. Folium was hot in the day, right? On the earlier stages,
right?
They lost confidence in the market, I mean, in Chicago, we used to see the first experience of thought like being in like a C-store gas station type environment was that CBD Pure,
right?
But it's a brand. It's like a brand I've never even seen for like sale online. But they're so everywhere. How the hell is that? How did they get that? They're everywhere. They're here in Wisconsin where we have hemp farmers. It's I don't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, very interesting. The last time we kind of kicked into you in like 2016, right? 2015.
I think we started selling with them in 2016.
Yeah.
Right? Soaps and lip balms and that kind of thing. And then the eye drops were 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys had the big cannabis network on Facebook. You had the
group. Right.
And I was trying to figure out how to be relevant in all this. And I wanted to join groups like that, and so that's how I met you guys. Was when I joined your group.
Now you've really,
cool.
yeah, it's really cool that, it's cool to see like how both of our businesses have kind of, we've taken different paths and done different things. Obviously you have a different kind of marketplace presence, but our journeys in like life are very similar, and we definitely have very similar attitudes.
Yeah.
The shit we've been through, just the depths of shit, and just bad people, just bad humans, guys, bad humans in our industry. So we've really, all of us have had to weed through just the depths of shit to even be in a business and be confident. For me, I'd be confident to introduce Brady to somebody because I know that person's not going to fuck him when he turns his back. Like that's where. What a terrible feeling.
No, it's in a lot of ways it's still like that. I mean, you have to, people, they really become advantageous on what they're doing. They don't have business ethics,
right?
Or at least anything that we're all striving for. I think what was really also very similar is that, you were talking earlier about how you were, trying to bring CBD products into existing sales channels you had. You kind of had to piggyback these products together, to kind of get them in there. And I was curious, because I focus so much on education. Where did it like shift from you? Where you you didn't have to open with the tobacco stuff or the vape stuff? Like, where did it like die out for you and flip?
Well, what happened was I was so involved trying to sell the vape shops that I had a show that I was doing on a vape channel and all this stuff because I was trying to plug into them. But then when they did the regulation, we even had a vape brand. It was called Down to Vape.
It's very cool.
It was a cute little brand. It was fun. And we, but really when they said they had that like retro date deal they were going to do in 2016, that's when I decided to drop all my nicotine products off the website because they switched to, it was like an online ID verification system, and I'm super anti-invasion, so I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to ruin my hemp business by IDing people for vape.
Sure.
And I'm mainly B2B anyway, but I would have had to plug that in. You know what I mean? It just it was a nightmare. So I decided to drop like 30 liquid lines overnight. And then that's when it all happened at once. Protein Brady got deleted on Instagram, and then we had to come up with a new name. And the new name was, Hemp CBD Superstore. And then that's when I was like, all right, I'm going to do this for real, and we're going to pick up all these brands. And, we had like 130 brands one time.
Right. No, I remember Lois and I first started, and we were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
it was for us, it's like two things, you had such a variety of categories. So it wasn't like, obviously you have that whole tincture versus tincture situation going, but there was just so many different, there's so many different brands that really gave a consumer, like people you were trying to hit, a nice variety of options.
Yeah.
And more especially because remember, like in this infancy of this, and even now still, people are on like trial and error. There's no real guidance for them in medicating as far as what we're used to seeing, and having different products available and companies all contributing, hopefully honestly to the body of literature that consumers are reading.
Well, what was really cool about Brady and Danielle and your guys' vision was how many small businesses, including ourselves, that you guys helped. I mean, where else could you hand pick, 5 to 10 products and either have them in stock or you guys drop ship for us? And now we're running our own website without having to pay thousands of dollars in inventory. I mean, you guys were single-handedly keeping small businesses afloat.
Definitely. No, 100%.
Bravo.
That was the idea behind it, was just give everyone a fair chance. And
I would say you were
our goal was
doing it then.
No, I didn't know anybody else. Even now,
maybe
at
now,
scale,
right?
Really? Huh.
And we have people that reach out to us like, hey, come put your product on our distribution thing. But, when you look at it, we only have one standard, and that's Brady's.
Right.
So when we look at it, we're like, pass.
No, it's shit. It really is. It's like they're trying to do what you're doing, but not well.
No.
So, it's not working.
Gotcha.
Really.
And whenever we talk to small businesses, whenever we're talking to anyone on LinkedIn, we send them to your site. Where else can you sell anything you want without putting thousands of dollars into it, or even the $500 minimums? Not everyone has $500. especially during a fucking.
Oh yeah, I know. That's the whole thing with me. It's just it gets to be so excessive, and a lot of times, people want to sell online, like you're saying, so they want to drop ship stuff, and you can't do that with 50 brand. I mean, we do it, but then it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
It's a lot.
It sucks sometimes.
You guys do a really good job at vetting and onboarding people. You understand the plant, so you're able to kind of mitigate some of the other risks that most businesses face because they don't understand the space around them. You give, like Gina said, a component to it where small businesses have the opportunity to compete for that piece of the pie, and you are fair in how that looks for you. It's you. I mean, you're making, hopefully a living, and hopefully that was worked really well for you, kind of building that network and doing that. But a huge service to small businesses, 100%.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, glad to hear it.
No,
that's honestly,
Brady. Yeah, no,
it's just been tough for everybody lately, anyways. So it's got to be. There's got to be some kind of solutions out there for people, honestly.
No doubt. And your attitude, being positive, and no matter how much they try and bring us down, and they do all day, every day, like it doesn't happen. It's not going to work. It's not in us. There's no quit in us. And, we just keep going day to day and educating and bringing quality products to the masses. And I think we're really all doing our part, and that's really important to the overall movement.
Yeah. And you are, moving fast, right? So you are, moving. Yeah. I'm like, you're moving fast. I don't even know if I want to start with like the alt cannabinoid company or you pick.
Yeah. Right.
You pick. But we're excited about both, because we understand.
What are you most excited about? Like your most recent project that you.
I really like the mushroom project just because it's something different.
Yes.
And it's something I get to learn. I don't know everything about mushrooms, so at all, but it's cool. And I know it's going to be the next big thing. And so for me, it just made sense. I started using them first. We picked up a different brand. We were going to work with them, and then it just, they kept running out of stock. So I couldn't have them make my product. So I had to go kind of down the rabbit hole myself, which taught me more, and then I found a good company to make my products for now, in the CGMP lab and stuff like that. So that way, at least it's good quality, but those extracts are like super potent. And, it's just, if people are used to doing like powder or like the bags they're buying at the stores that are supplements, most, if not all of them, have no comparison to what we're coming out with tinctures on the market as far as strength goes. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
We're kind of saying you can literally, like, these don't get you high, but you can feel what it's doing, like, because it's a lot. You can feel it. I feel like you're getting like the right amount versus not like before. So, and you can't have that much mushroom to get that much like effect. If you ate it, you would get sick. Most people just can't, eventually your stomach just can't break that down. So,
yeah, it's a very
kind of learning.
Not too many people try the psychedelic realm. If you live in that particular lifestyle, you're very fluent in, mushrooms and other remedies and things or other life components to your diet. And now the teeter's kind of top towards psychedelics, which is good in one sense. It kind of starts getting people to look at mushrooms on a bigger level,
Well, and not be scared of the word psychedelic, like the word high, like it's like save the children.
It's
education. My God, psychedelic means you feel it in your brain.
I had somebody recently talk to me about like, well, I would never do. I would jump off a building. I'm like, but you never try it. How do you know that?
Right. You'd rather jump off a building? That's excessive.
That's excessive. I can tell you that was not my experience. However, Ginny's that blast, man.
Our shroom experiences were in Missouri. I think we told you.
If I were an Audi with a hood, just like her face, like this big.
That's funny.
Time of my life.
Time of our life. Totally headed I've had some experiences myself, but again, back to your shrooms, like it's a way for you to like, using even the psychedelic conversation allows you to like gateway into the other side of it, right?
Definitely.
nootropics, you're combining that in there as well, so you have some type of a function. It's not just like, here's lion's mane and then we think it does this. Like you're targeting to build products for functionality.
That's crucial.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thought process alone is appreciated.
Yeah, and we're working on right now. We have shipping containers growing all the mushrooms, like cordyceps, which cordyceps are not grown in the States very often at all. And so a lot of the cordyceps product that you're getting is just mycelium, which is not the full mushroom, right? So it's not all the benefits. It's like not full spectrum, I guess, is a good way to.
Yeah, right. Just the extract of it, but they find to be the therapeutic part, right?
Yeah, like how they say with psilocybin, you want to eat a stem with the top. Like you don't want to do one or the other. They say you want to pair them and things like that. So, I'm learning all this, and I don't know, how much truth there is to everything, but definitely that mycelium deal, there's probably a lot less nutrients in it than a full grown mushroom that you're, taking and harvesting and actually, extracting it.
So now you're growing your own mushrooms for your own products moving forward?
We're working with other people like we do in the hemp industry, and they're growing the mushrooms for us. So we're kind of helping other people make money through their avenue, and then we're just capitalizing together. So.
Well, then you don't have to worry about sourcing it from God knows who and hoping it's God knows what.
No, I mean, there's so many levels of testing between things that are done for food, run under such different processes. It's and you're talking about that, like having poor quality of things. Once you've run it through a manufacturing process for food or whatever, like you really start to lose that what you're looking for in a product.
Yeah, you really do. And so, like, there's a guy out here that in St. Louis area that he services all the restaurants, everything, and that's how I got like really keen on the mushroom idea. He's all like all in the paper and stuff, and I'm like, what is going on? So I go and I show up at this place, and it's really cool. It's a total grow of mushrooms in a warehouse, and rooms and products, and he doesn't do supplements. He focuses on like the food side of it, but he's growing more like oysters and shiitake and stuff like that. But it's really cool to see like how they do it, and it's the same thing you're going to do with psilocybin later or with medicinal supplement mushrooms. So it's all the same.
Those subscription, those mushrooms. I just saw one. It's like a mushroom subscription service. So they send you the box. It's got all of the nutrients, whatever it's going to be. Everything's there, and then you put it, and it's like 7 days later, you got a head of lion's mane.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're working on doing grow kits right now. Yeah,
dude, I was like
super popular.
If I wasn't such a tight, I'd just spend like $70. But with that particular grow kit, like it'll have 7 or 8 cycles, depending on the mushroom, But you get 7 or 8 cycles out of it, and that's smart. That is smart.
It's really cool. It's starting to become a thing again. So and it's a lot of people enjoy growing the mushrooms in the little kits. I mean, you just go and you spray water on it a couple times a day, and you come back and you got your mushrooms. It's that easy.
Like in the house, mushrooms pop out of the plants all the time. Jax will start picking them and bringing them to me. I'm like, what the hell?
Where are you getting these?
Where is that? Cool. Yeah, that's so cool.
No, really cool, man. All right, so you got mushies, and we'll make sure we have everything up in our info, like where to find these products and stuff, and information about them. Like I'm like an educate on our website. I'm like an education like I want to read. But yeah, like maybe we can run through some alt cannabinoid talk too, because you got some cool shit there too.
Yeah,
right? I saw the drinks coming out. You got them.
Please talk to us about
the drinks. We launched them like 2 weeks ago, I guess, and they're just taking off like crazy. We did a nano infused 10-ounce drink. We did 5 different flavors, like fruit punch, and we call them fun names. Yeah. They're really good, and they work really well. 50 milligrams of nano.
You're 50. That's a lot.
You could use it. You could dose. It could be 2 to 3 doses or something for someone type thing.
Easy 2 to 3. You could do 2 to 3.
Like, or for me, like 50.
10
doses.
I get some pretty interesting feedback when people drink the whole bottle. it says to take 2 servings, you know, this is 2 servings, but people never want to. They always want to.
I was gonna say, like, I would have a hard time not, you know, being a soft drink. Like, I'd want to like finish the whole thing, and then then I would just finish off.
Right. They're like, oh, I was watching a movie and then I woke up 5 hours later.
No, yeah.
It just puts you out. It's just too much for some people. So, but it's really good. They're becoming really popular. We sold out like 2 days after we made them.
Awesome.
Congratulations, man! I saw you filling up the trucks, were moving. They were delivering.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Hands on, you're doing all that, you know, getting your hands in shops, and it's really cool.
And that's just all been local so far. We haven't left St. Louis area with it yet. So we sold about like 5,000 units right off the bat. So we have 30,000 bottles coming, and then we're working on a couple white label deals that are 10,000 units a piece already. I mean,
excellent. And that's what
they're moving.
Yeah, it's not the pharmacies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I saw you. You guys are betaing some type of a ice pop, which is super good timing for the summer.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to extend my weekends. I think start playing around with all this stuff.
We're gonna call them little chubs because they're tiny and fat, and then it's gonna have Chubbs from Happy Gilmore on.
I was gonna say you're definitely doing the Chubbs hand, right? With the alligator.
Awesome.
So we're excited about those.
Parents and little Nicky
really
too.
cool.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
That's
awesome. Yeah. And then, that way they can buy them and then freeze them up on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can ship those easy and no big deal, right? So that's what we were kind of thinking on those.
Yeah,
and then we're working on a shot. We're doing a nano shot.
Okay. So is this all coming soon? What kind of timeline?
That's really
good. The popsicles will be ready in about a week and a half as soon as the labels are done.
Okay.
And then the other product will be done probably about a month.
Okay. Please keep us posted.
A little like 500, like little shots.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you
and
doing,
we'll have
enhancement?
We'll have some B12, and honestly, it'll be like a little bit of caffeine, a little bit of B12. It'll be an energy shot, and we kind of want to give people that Delta 8. You know, gives you a little bit. I feel like gives you a little bit of energy during the day, anyway. Yeah, so just kind of add to it.
Well, yeah, I think with the pain component, you know, without that total, you know, inebriation situation happening, it's nice. The body feels good.
Right.
The other ingredients give you that, you know, that mental kick you need to get through. And that is definitely an entrepreneur. No shit.
Yeah. We've got a secret ingredient that we'll be announcing. It's a new nootropic that we're working with. And it's like a very good kind of like a Limitless movie type experience. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Yeah,
really cool.
So yeah, and then the other really cool thing that we're doing is we have a new honey line coming out called Blazing Bees.
Oh my god!
You got the coolest fucking names for your stuff, man. Look at it. It's cool. Blazing Bees.
It'll
or is this other alternate cannabinoid?
We've got kind of a secret little thing we've been working on for that brand, and it's a product that a lot of people probably haven't experienced yet.
Yeah,
but it's really cool. It'll give you a pretty good enlightening experience, I guess. Best way to put it.
Awesome. I can't wait to try.
Yeah.
That's secret.
So super excited.
Brady's got secrets.
Man, what are we missing? Because you do everything. We do want to talk about the THC side of things, what you're doing in Missouri. So we're not from Missouri, and I know it sounds shady for us to even say, like, I don't have a lot on the legislation, what's happening, but, you know, give our viewers a recap on these states that are kind of coming in and what's happening in Missouri right now.
So Missouri's medical program is fucked. It's so fucked. They they're in the middle of all these lawsuits, and so rumor has it they may be opening the whole thing up to open licensure.
Okay.
And we're probably looking at very soon, because the House has already implemented their opinion on this and said they want it. And then to make it even more crazy, we're working with a political action committee, and we have a lot of other people out here that are as well, people that didn't get their license, feel like they should have, and we're all working for a rec bill, and it got introduced by the one we're backing got introduced by Shane Dogan, and it's a pretty fair bill. It's been introduced to the House. We think it might pass this session before summer break. So we're hoping that goes through as well. And then what we're working on is, we're trying to help possibly consult and help with the operations of manufacturing of the extracts and all the products. Because out here in Missouri, if you grow it, you can't package it into like pre-rolls even. The manufacturer does that. And then you can't make edibles unless you have a manufacturing license. And then to transport, you have to have it's a license for everything. So
I was like, that's very how they rolled out, Canada's regulations, like every time you touch it in a different way, it needs a different kind of license.
So they can get just a million bajillion fees, you're like, good Lord.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it really puts
we're just kind of,
a state like Missouri, really hurt. I don't think you guys are completely rural, but you have a large population of rural, Missouri. It's not all city there. Those fees and licenses really, they really on face value tell people in advance who's can actually do this and who's never going to have a chance. Yeah, and that sucks.
They just took a bunch of people's money, is what it seems like. And then what happened was when they got sued, they spent all the money they collected on their lawsuit against the people that they collected it from.
What was you had mentioned that they weren't issuing license, or maybe they were being biased with license issuing. Like, what was the actual the scope of the lawsuit? I mean, I'm sure it was probably all over. But what was it?
So now the last thing I heard was I think last week, and it was an article that came out that said this might all be publicly released on how this went down, and there might be some people that got scored very unfairly. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's all allegedly right now, right? I mean, no one knows, but it seems pretty odd to me. Some people, I believe, got it fairly, for sure, and I think that what it was more so is that someone didn't get it is more what happened. You know what I mean? They probably all deserved to have it. They probably all hit the credentials, and then only certain people got it, and it might seem a little suspect who got it, right?
I love
so because it's supposed to be a lottery at that point, and also the scoring is inconsistent, and nothing this guy had the same answer on this one and this one, but then this one got a 4 and this one got an 8, and it's the same license holder. You know what I mean? He's like, how is that even possible? It doesn't make sense. You're not scoring this fair. And so they kind of shot themselves in the foot by, I don't know. Honestly, what it is, they could have done more. They could have just accepted more licenses, because there's nothing saying they had to cap it. They just chose to cap it.
Well, it's poor planning probably in the beginning stages, right? So it's poor planning, and then it's it's an unfortunate consequence of that.
But I will say, if you applied, if you applied, you knew that you weren't probably going to get it though, because you knew the cap existed. Right. So it's kind of one of those deals. They're being crybabies for sure, and I don't feel bad for these people that didn't get it. I really don't. And I think that the reality is when you play that game, don't expect it to be fair. Right.
And I was going to say, yeah. They told you only 5,000 people applied and only 50 are going to get it. You really have to look at it well, either I'm going to get it or I'm not, and you have to be okay with either scenario. Right. If they really took a pocket out of the front, that would suck. If it was capping out people's, but again, you got to make better decisions for yourself if that's the case. It's going to cost you everything out of Those are not good. Those are Vegas odds.
Bad investment. Yeah, it's a bad investment, right? I didn't go after it. I didn't get a group together, and I could have got a group together and wasted everybody's money. It would have been a waste of everybody's money, though. You know, and it just doesn't. It's not because everyone paid 10 grand for the per license. Plus, then you paid like $250,000 to $500,000 for your consultants to come in, the groups to come in and write it to make sure you got it, and then they all fucking failed anyway, right?
Did the state give these license a certain like lane of people they can only talk to for these? Like, what does that process look like? I'm curious about that for another reason. Selfishly,
it reminds me of ambulance chasers.
Oh man. Okay, so no. All right, nothing vetted. Like, this is a professional team of people that we suggest you try using.
It's just like when the hemp was going legal in each state and people from different states were trying to come prowl on the farmers and say, oh, I'll provide you seed and we'll make sure you grow a proper crop and we'll give you this. And it's a set price and, you know, and it's not really a good deal. We chased those guys out of here when they came into Missouri, and now we're friends with them because they were real. Surprisingly, we didn't know.
On that one. That's awesome.
But you know, it's funny.
So is there high THC for Mr. Brady in the future here, possibly?
Hopefully in the next year, if not sooner. We've had some really good meetings lately, and just nothing's fully panned out yet where we've signed anything. So,
well, it sounds like it's very risky right now.
It does, and.
Would you guys ever leave Missouri? Do you ever see yourself leaving Missouri, or do you think that's where you guys will be forever?
You know, I like it here a lot because this is where I grew up. But I mean, I would definitely move if it made sense. You know, things change over time, and you know, it just depends, I guess, what's going on. But yeah, if there's a market out there that we could move into and make, you know, it in our vision. And actually do it, we would do it.
Very cool.
We've had a couple things pop up in different states where they've talked about maybe moving us out there to, you know, help run this or that. And, you know, the problem is it's just like we're at a point now where the business is doing so much that it needs so much attention of its own.
Right.
And, you know, it's just not as easy to move that right now. But we're going to make it that way. We're working on automating it.
Yeah. And you're winning, and you got family, and you're, you know, hey man, I don't know. We're moving, hopefully soon.
Yeah, that's the only reason. You know,
where are you guys moving?
Arizona.
Yeah.
We hit in Arizona.
It's kind of a twofold. Like, we want to be in a different kind of state, and then we want some more sunshine. Just so happens we have a lot of business dealings there too. So.
Yeah, like we got you know, in cahoots in the rec market in Arizona. We got that joint venture with Gummy World. They're in Tempe, and Chuck is, you know, in Lake Las Vegas, and they're thinking of heading over to Arizona. The cannabis holding company is in Scottsdale. It's like the universe is screaming at us. So we're
and when it all I'm retiring, we're in a state we want to be in.
Yeah, then we can be in a yard like yours, where we're looking at the sunshine instead of this.
Yeah. I'm at one of my manufacturer's places. It's really nice though. I'm on the roof.
Oh, so nice.
He's got rooftop.
It looks so nice.
It reminds me of rooftop.
Yeah. It's nice. It's hot. It's hot out. Honestly, I kind of.
It's 38 here today. It's a balmy 38.
It's a balmy.
Whoa. It's like 80 degrees here.
Oh, you fuck.
We had like one day last week, and it was just one day, just enough to like get you like in the food and then piss all over you.
We just took that screenshot, and that was it. It was over.
Yeah. We're snowman. Our bones ain't handling that shit no more.
No. Hey, are you up for some rapid fire in your face Hemp Millionaire questions?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of like to break it up at the end. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's just like so random. I mean, they're so fucking random.
All right.
You give me an example of how random this is going to be. You're like, bitches. Wait. Hold on. All right. Oh, we got the. All right, Brady, would you rather look like a potato or feel like a potato?
Feel like a potato.
I literally bet my life that you would say that.
She did.
There's no fucking way he's going to look like a potato over feeling like a potato.
All right, Gina's up.
All right. Who gives you the courage to try new things?
Danielle.
Yay! I was like, I'm going to give him a question where he has to bring up his wife.
Yep.
She's so awesome, and we don't know her like we know you. So
yeah, I know she's got it together. You know, running behind the scenes, tight.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing the mom thing, the entrepreneur thing. You guys are homeschooling, right? So she's really
still.
Shout out to Danielle.
Yeah, man, for real.
Yeah, they're in Florida.
Oh my God! Huge shout out. They're in the only free state. This is where we want to go. Utopia.
Yeah, this is where we want to go.
They're just out on the beach with no mask on, breathing air.
Oh yeah.
My cousin just
life.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get there. We've
kind of had that kind of freedom. I mean, not so publicly, right? So we haven't had that kind of freedom publicly in Wisconsin. But
no, I mean, not at all. But Florida's like, you don't have to wear a mask. You can go to work. You don't need a vaccine passport. You could just be 18 and over. Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
We just introduced legislation for no ability to mandate it at all here in Missouri.
Hell yes. Thank you to reality.
I mean, you guys had a great argument, and they started pulling. You know, you're one of the first states to start pulling these things off. You know, it had some really good arguments. You know, people don't like to ask questions, or people like to stop me from asking questions in life in general. You know, and it's important to to continue to practice that as an adult, but most importantly, continue to talk to your kids about being the most annoying individual they can be by asking questions. You know what I mean? Like it's literally like, so valuable.
If you're not asking questions, you're not learning.
That's it.
Right. Don't be afraid of the answers, man. Right. Everybody's afraid of like you know what I'm saying? All right, Brady, Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm the only Trekkie, apparently. It's because I want to go into outer space in a different way. See, like Star Wars, all these things have been discovered already, and they're just, doing the planetary thing. Star Trek's about the discovery, and that's where I like to be. Gina's up.
Anyway, if you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say? What would you be telling everybody?
Be nice. No, I'd say
oh shit, we lost you. It was really important. Go ahead.
It's a terrible time to be frozen.
Terrible time to be frozen.
Wake up. It's time to wake up.
There
it is. There it is. Time to wake up.
Love it. It's true, man. Whatever that means for you. Seriously.
Well, it goes hand in hand with the ask questions.
It goes hand in hand with the ask questions. Oh, man.
All right.
Everything. Is there an app that you hate but you always use?
Yeah. Facebook.
Also, my guess.
It's true. So you're soul brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Gina.
I even use it when I can't use it. I'm even on it when I'm banned.
How many accounts do you have?
Only one now. They know who I am. I'm not even allowed to start a group in my new account.
Oh, no, I'm not allowed to do anything.
I really been liking the new thing where they continue to flag you for shit you put up like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, could somebody just fix the glitch that continues to do?
Your memories will put you in jail.
Yeah.
That's what started me down the rabbit hole of that never-ending jail system was the backdated fucking ban. Like, dude, it was 5 years ago. I didn't even know it was on there. Just delete it.
No. It also is a reminder of how raunchy I still am from 5 years ago. So. I like to know that I'm always consistent. Me or you next?
It's me, though.
All right.
Which one am I doing? Hemp Millionaire advice for entrepreneurs.
You have to do it. You really do. You have to actually do it. When you talk about it, you're not doing anything. You're just talking. You have to go do something. Figure out a way to do it, even if you don't have any money. Just do it.
I love it. No. I love it. No, and that's it. And
if you don't do it, it's your own. It's your fault. Yeah.
No.
Right.
That's
don't blame everyone around you in your life and poor you. No, it's true.
When most of us leave our jobs, we do that because we want to be our own bosses. And it's a real quick lesson of what that actually means, you know?
Yeah.
And most people learn fast, but those
well, you want everyone to validate you.
Right.
Yeah, you want everyone to validate you when you leave your job. And it's such a wake-up call when you become an entrepreneur, because you're like, wait, no one gives a fuck at all.
Figured out.
Right. At least I used to get cards and emails. Fuck. Encouragement notes and post-its.
Right. I just got written up a lot.
Yeah. Well, now you're the asshole free thinker. They're like, I don't want to quit the party.
You better shut your mouth, woman.
Right. You get pulled over when you're leaving school and get your job taken away from you.
Right.
Good stuff.
Right.
What are you freakishly bad at?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Freakishly bad at.
I'm so uncoordinated.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm like the most uncoordinated person.
I would never, I guess, you look insanely athletic.
Yeah. Balance and trays kind of stuff.
I'm good at sports.
Okay, sports.
Okay.
I am, but
go on.
You just have to see it like Gumpy, just fucking awkward. You know what I mean? I'll do it, but it'll just look awkward. That's probably my thing.
I'm not crazy.
So it's like the fine motor. Fine motor.
I don't know how to explain it.
Please record it so we can see next time.
Yeah, you'll have to show us.
Yeah, we like the visuals.
I'm not very flexible, so.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
My biggest strength is also my biggest weakness. So.
Right.
Nice.
That's what we said. I think the courage. I typed it twice. That's why. I know it's familiar. All right. There you go.
When you are old, what do you think children will ask you to tell stories about?
Before the vaccine passports.
Oh, the prehistoric times.
Prehistoric time.
Pre-COVID. What was it like before COVID?
I don't know.
Papa Brady.
I'll be like that guy on what is it, Moana? The crazy the old lady. I'll be that lady.
That's awesome.
And yeah, make it worth that shit. Oh shit, Brady, hero or villain for the day?
Usually hero.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. That one.
Which one? All right. What do people do too much of today?
Phone.
Oh yeah, good point.
Too much
So
cell phone.
Talk shit, right? Because you have to be on your phone to talk shit.
Oh yeah. You're increasing your odds of anger so much by talking on Facebook all day.
Right? Oh my god, I'm so much more calm after I got off Facebook. Like I'm a different person.
You know, when we've each taken breaks from like Facebook and stuff, you know, and even just having like that. I mean, the amount of time I got back in my day, the amount of sanity.
Oh yeah.
You know, or structure back in your thoughts. You know, you get in there for it's like going into a cage fucking fight. You know what I mean?
What we're like allowing it to get under our skin, and I kept getting mad at myself. Like, why am I allowing fucking strangers to affect my life? Like, of course.
Yeah. And I had like 6 years off of it with no influence, and it was, you know, it wasn't like these conversations were not happening. They're important conversations. They were happening in such a more civilized way, you know.
Yeah.
This has happened on LinkedIn. People disagree all the time, and all they do is talk to each other about it, and life carries on. No one curses anyone out. No one tells you you're a fucking asshole. Like they just, you know,
and they do in the most professional ways. So it's like, you know, I can handle it.
Oh yeah.
There's only you can actually tell the people that have like migrated that don't have the business, you know, acumen. Like they're, you know, you can see it, and they get attacked out right away. They go away fast. For sure.
Yeah,
that
was it.
That was out.
Okay, that was our last rapid fire question.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for like the last hour of your life. Thank you for hanging out with us. And we would like to reserve the right back. We would like to bring you back one day.
Yeah, because I want to hear about the next mushrooms and everything else.
Yeah, we got to talk about mushrooms and D8 drinks and popsicles. We got a lot going on, Brady. Don't think you're getting away from us.
Cool. Thank you for having me, girls. Very much appreciated.
Give Danielle our best, please.
When they get back from their beautiful vacation,
I will.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Later.
Oh, that was awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm so glad you guys got to meet Brady. Such a cool dude, just laid back, down to earth, cool to talk to, and a wealth of knowledge. Because like Lo said, we don't know much about Missouri. I mean, we're from Illinois, which is in the ballpark of Missouri, but very different place.
It becomes very hard to keep track with the day-to-days of things. So having colleagues and can really give you a different perspective and the one that we would trust. You know what I mean?
Exactly. We know those are quality products. That's why we want to talk to you guys about quality products and not, confuse you anymore. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you for another amazing Hempy
Hour. We're
on
number 8. We're getting close to our 10th episode, and I just wonder what we're gonna do for the big 10.
It'll be special.
We'll have to make it very special.
We should have drinks. We'll make a bottle of wine.
Yeah, there we go.
I was like, well,
I'll upgrade to something else.
Yeah.
This is my only day for Stella, so I think we have a job at it.
Yes. So thank you all again, whether you're watching us or listening to us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you spending your time with us. And if there's ever anything we can do or you have any questions, comments, please reach out. We are always here for you.
Yeah, you can actually, before we go, you can actually find some of Brady's products on our website, and we'll put the links in the description and some links for the other products that we actually don't carry but support. 100%. Yes.
And we only don't carry them because we don't have credit card processing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd carry them all.
Yeah. We can talk about that another day. Yeah. But the loving of that.
Have an amazing day, everyone.
Thank you.
One love.